Welcome to the Wrestling Guy Podcast. I am your co-host, Héctor El Chido Canales, with
Lord Alfred Shakes.
And our host with the most, it's
David the Wrestling Guy.
David. What is today's special topic?
Today we're going to go a little different route. We're going to talk about the road to WrestleMania, the build-up that started exactly a week ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I just came back from Phoenix on Tuesday.
What were you doing in Phoenix?
I went to go check out the Royal Rumble. And I got there on Friday night for Access because, I got there. I left my house at 11:30 at night Thursday to go to this Alexa Bliss signing that was going to take place Friday at the WWE Superstore, and it was supposed to be from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And Phoenix is not a wrestling town, let me tell you, because no offense to Phoenix, I got there at 6 a.m. Let me tell you, it was cold. It was like 42 degrees out there. Get there at 6 a.m. And you know, if you go to a signing here in LA at Cricket Wireless, 6 a.m. you already have like 50 people in line.
Yeah.
Right.
I got to the Alexa Bliss signing at 6 a.m. Mind you, it was gonna start. They were gonna give wristbands out at 9. Signing started at 12. There was only, are you ready? 10 people in line.
Wow.
Yeah. So then we get our wristbands at 9 o'clock. We go eat breakfast, everything. We get back to the line at about 11:40. They were still giving wristbands out because they were only going to give wristbands to the first 200-300 people, and they still gave it out. And sure enough, they didn't stop giving it out till until 12 or 1 o'clock. And
When they had already started.
yeah, when it had already started. And so that was that's the Alexa Bliss signing. Then I did the WWE Access where I met.
Sorry,
my
what
favorite.
day was this?
This was Friday night, the first night of the Royal Rumble weekend.
Arizona
looked nice. The main street where the Royal Rumble pretty much, because you had the convention center in one corner, Talking Stick in another corner, and then you had the Royal Rumble like a block away, which was at Chase Field. It was not all those streets, the main streets there, had the Royal Rumble banners. So you had Nakamura on one side, and then maybe AJ Styles on another one. You had Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, Nia Jax, Brock Lesnar. It was really cool. The Superstore was awesome, which I stole some ideas for the store, by the way.
All right.
And then we had, so I did that. Then I went to take a nap.
That was on Friday?
That was on Friday. I went to take a nap after meeting Alexa Bliss. Sweetheart, may I add.
I bet you did. You had a really good dream, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And then I went to go do Access, where I got to meet my favorite superstar,
Daniel Bryan?
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, I thought it was The Miz.
No, he was there the next day. But I did get to see Miz's dad. So that was cool.
Did he know it was him?
Yeah. And then, so we did that, and then so Saturday we did NXT TakeOver. Did you watch TakeOver?
I did not.
Did you watch TakeOver?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I heard that it was really good, though.
It was really good. It was really, really good. NXT TakeOver was good. Not as great as the previous NXT TakeOvers, but it was still good. Ricochet and Gargano had a great match. Really good match. And then they set up the halftime heat.
Okay.
So that's where WWE halftime heat or NXT halftime heat came from. And then the next day we did that Saturday I also went to Access. I met Baron Corbin. Who else was there? Titus O'Neil, Beth Phoenix. She's very proud of her ring, by the way, her Hall of Fame ring. We met the Dana Brooke, Lana, and Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox, let me say, she's exactly that's no gimmick. Alicia Fox is not a gimmick. She's as goofy and as sweetheart as she really is.
Out of those three, you said Lana, Alicia Fox, and Dana Brooke.
Yes.
Okay. Now, all three of them.
I'm gonna put you on camera for this. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
Here you go, people. Oh, we met Jinder Mahal.
Who?
We met Drake Maverick and one of the Authors of Pain.
Oh, okay, I know them.
Yeah.
But Dana Brooke,
Yes.
Lana,
Okay.
and Alicia Fox.
Yes. I also met Paige.
Now, okay.
You want me to list you all the women I met?
Yes.
So it's Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke, Lana, Paige, Carmella, and then 2 of the NXT women. Oh, and Beth Phoenix.
Out of all of them.
Oh, and Tamina.
Okay, and Tamina. Out of all of them, who was the best looking girl?
You knew this question was coming. Come on.
Out of all the women there that I met, ooh, that's a tough one. But
Now, I'm not trying to be like, oh, who's hot? But it's just, here's the thing. Is I've done a few like shows and whatnot, and you see the person up close and you see all this makeup on them.
right,
But on TV, you don't really see it, you know.
Right,
And they look very attractive.
Right.
But then once you see it, kind of like Jose Luis Sin Censura,
yeah,
nobody knows that he's missing a big old patch of hair on the top of his head. But if you're live there on the show, especially because I saw them like powdering in,
yeah.
like black,
Like powder.
powder
or
on
Yeah.
top of his head.
Before I answer this question, and before you keep going, for those listening to us live right now on Instagram or watching us live on Instagram, let us know if you went to Access, out of all the women you met, who you thought was the prettiest.
Yes, the most natural pretty
Yeah,
girl.
most
Because
natural
here's the
pretty
thing. Like, I did a, very early on in my career, I guess, I did a commercial for WWE. And the first day, they brought in all the SmackDown people, including the divas. You know, the second day, it was all the Raw girls. Now, I forget who was there, but I remember seeing all these girls getting, you know, they sit down and they get the makeup done, and they're sitting there for a long time. The one girl
Oh God, here we go.
who
again.
didn't sit there for a while,
Here we go. I already know
who
where
kind of
this is
just
going.
sat there and they like kind of fixed her hair and that was it.
Stacy Keibler, huh?
Tori Wilson.
Jesus Christ.
She
Tori
was
Wilson
no,
again.
she was the most natural beauty around.
Okay,
like there's another girl, I forgot what her name was, but she was on she was also on Playboy.
Maria,
No,
Ashley, Massaro,
no, she's actually really
Candice
pretty.
Michelle.
Candice Michelle. They had to put so much makeup on her,
Yeah.
and then they had to put makeup on her chest. I've never seen that before.
Right.
But if you had seen what her chest looked like before they put makeup on it, you would have understood. It wasn't like she had all these spots. It's something else. I'm not even going to talk about it because it grosses me out. So,
Well,
I'm like, you're grossing me out.
somebody online said Alfred is the best diva.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Also, Alex is my name. Said Lana is stunning. I guess he's met her in person.
How many beers did you have before you met her?
I would have to go with, Paige was. They were all attractive women. They all look great. That's a tough one, but if I had to pick one,
You gotta remember we're live too,
Yeah.
so you gotta really.
I would have to go.
and your
with,
wife is watching.
Yeah, I would probably have to say Alicia Fox. She really impressed me. I don't think she had a lot of makeup on. She was a sweetheart. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Alicia Fox. And like I said, she's kind of dingy, you know, because what happened was she goes, "How are you?" And I go, "I'm doing good. How about yourself?" She goes, "Good." She goes, "Where are you coming from?" And I go, "From LA." She goes, "Oh, did you fly?" I go, "No, I drove over here." She goes, "How long was the drive?" I go, 6 hours. And she goes, "Well, I guess that's better than walking, right?" And I go, "Just a little." She goes, "Yeah, just a little, just a little." So she made my day. My night.
I like her even more now.
So I would say Alicia Fox was probably the most natural, I guess, most natural looking out of all the women I met. Alexa Bliss would probably be number 2.
Okay, well, we're talking about Road to WrestleMania.
Yes.
And I want to talk about one of the girls you mentioned, but I'll wait till we get to the SmackDown episode.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, so we did Access on Saturday morning, and then we did the NXT Saturday night. And then Sunday, I overslept. I was supposed to do Access and meet the a lot of the NXT guys. It didn't happen. But then Sunday night was the Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble, I know you guys have your opinions on the Royal Rumble. And Adrian, you cannot tell my wife. And what did you think? I saw it live. It was an awesome experience to be there with 40,000 plus fans. It was crazy to see how it got packed. The setup was different from any other setup I've ever seen. I sat on the third base side, so that was the opposite side of the entrance of where they were coming out from, because they were coming out of the first base dugout. I'm gonna put this phone down. You guys will probably just hear our voices now. So they were coming out of the first base side. We were on the third base side, so we were like behind the pre-show panel booth. What was cool was being inside a baseball stadium for a wrestling show. The ring was set up at second base. The entrance was, like I said, first base. They had a merchandise stand on the actual field, so you didn't have to go up the stairs. They had porta potties, which had a line a mile long on the actual field for people that were floor seats. I think they had about 5 different sections of floor seats there, so it kind of had like a New Japan Pro Wrestling setup along with a WWE setup. It was really cool live. We were looking for the WrestleMania banner, which we didn't get to see. And everybody was asking me like, "Hey, is there a WrestleMania banner hanging there?" And I'm like, "No," but they displayed, as you could see on TV, it was displayed on the big LED board they had.
Okay.
But they didn't display it until after the Rumble matches.
All right.
So on that screen, all you get is Royal Rumble, and then you got to see what was going on in the ring, and then from in the ring, it went to it would show you like the entrances and the logos. What was really cool, I don't know if it came across on TV. For example, when Ember Moon came out in the Royal Rumble, you had her logo and the number inside of it. So if she was number 3, you had her logo, which would be like whatever I guess would be displayed on her championship belt if she won one, and then it would have the number inside. So that was really cool. But I noticed the count is weird. It's really slow, the clock, the 10, the 9, 8, 7. Super slow. But that was cool about being in the arena. All right, now I'll let you guys give me your opinion on the Rumble, and then I'll tell you if it was like that inside.
Well, for me, I don't know about you, both of you guys. The entrance, like the way you describe it, okay, that sounds cool watching it live. But watching it on TV, they're coming out of a dugout?
Yeah.
Where's the stage?
Exactly. And that's what kind of really was kind of a downer for me, because you're used to seeing the big logo of that character and, them coming down the ramp. And it just makes for a big scene. And them just coming, climbing up the stairs and standing there. Or like, what's the mystery in that? People actually who are probably sitting there know who's coming out next.
Yeah.
I think I couldn't tell from where I was sitting if you could see the wrestler. I don't think you could see, because I believe what was happening, if I'm not mistaken, is the dugouts have steps. So, and then it has a doorway. So I don't know if you've watched the baseball game. The manager usually stands on the corner of the dugout, and right behind that there's a doorway. So that's like going towards the dugout. I mean, towards the locker room for the team. So what I'm guessing is they probably had the steps where they go up was darkened out. So I'm thinking the wrestlers were going up the steps, through the tunnel, up the steps to make their entrance, or they were on the side of the.
But I agree with Hector. I think it kind of took away a lot, from what we're used to at the Royal Rumble, where you see the person. You don't even really. The first thing you catch is the person's theme, movie on there,
and you see you hear the 3, 2, 1, and then you see on the Titantron the visual is their Tron, their video,
and that's
package.
what makes it pop.
Yeah, and then you hear the music, and you just go, wow, kind of like when AJ first came out,
right?
Kind of like also when Diesel made his comeback a few years ago. It was something like, whoa,
when Ray came back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When Ray came back, I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah, because you see this big old stage. Instead,